Hey everyone, my name's Rune, and today we're going to be going through my personal tier list on where I think every character in Zenless Zone Zero stands. This tier list will consider all S ranks to be M0, W1, and all A ranks to be M6, W5. Little disclaimer, there are a couple of times where I talk about characters requiring W engines as if it matters within the tier list, so feel free to disregard some of those points. And also, I will be talking about each character within the context of their best team possible, so please keep that in mind. Be sure to leave a like on the video and consider subscribing afterwards. Without further ado, let's get into it. I believe we've got all of the prerequisites out of the way. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be putting together my personal tier list on how strong I think each and every character in Zenless Zone Zero is at the moment of 2.1, with Alice being the recent release. I'm going to go over the pros and the cons for each character that I've put. These are my final opinions. I'm not willing to be swayed. I'm not willing to be convinced. This is just who I think is the strongest and who I think is the weakest. So, first off, we've got 4 roles. We've got DPS, we've got sub-DPS, we've got stunners, and then we've got supports. Defense agents go in the support class because defense is a wash support class. There will be multiple of the same character for the sub-DPS role because there are, a couple different ones. And we have considered DPS Ben for the DPS role. Spoilers, he's not that high. Anywho, let's just assume that the average player is non-existent, and we're just talking about the characters as a whole. Everybody on this, we have an account that has every character possible, and every S rank is M0 with their weapon, and every A rank is M6 with rank 5 of their weapon. We will only talk about character copies if it is absolutely necessary, depending on how detrimental it is to the character or how life-changing it is to the character. And we will only be talking about the character's specific best team. So when talking about a specific character, I personally have like 1 to 2 teams in mind with that character. So now that that's all done and out of the way, hello everyone, my name is Rune, and today we will be doing my own personal tier list. So we're gonna start things off first with Zhu Yuan. Zhu Yuan is going to go into the DPS role because that is what she is, and we're starting off pretty strong by putting Miss Zhu Yuan down in tier 1.5. Ladies and gentlemen, this character sucks. And I'm very glad that I lost my 50-50 to Lycan instead of her, instead of winning it against her. This character is buns and has been carried by the fact that Ether content has not been removed from the game at all. The main thing about Zhu Yuan is that she is very terrible to on-field with unless you have M1. And then not even that, she's like the weakest burst DPS agent in the game. She is only still quote-unquote relevant because Ether content has not left the game, and Ethereals are natively weak to Ether, so she will always have content that favors her. But this unit is very underwhelming. Yeah, no, it's mainly due to the fact that she is just terrible to on-field with unless you have M1, because you just need bullets in order to do significant damage. She's a unit that's clearly showing her age due to the fact that she is outclassed by a free-to-play unit that everybody got in 1.4. And then not to mention, like, this is a weird one, but like, there's no specific dedicated disk drive set for her. I know chaotic metal exists, but like, there's no like specific dedicated burst DPS W engine disk drive set. W engine disk drive set. There's no burst DPS disk drive set. And it's like chaotic metal's good, but like, I fear as though you're better off running this character on like Woodpecker or Hormone and whatnot. So she just struggles from just keeping up with that type of stuff. And this is assuming her best team is what, Chingy Astra? Like this character, like, she's fine. She's still gonna clear content and whatnot. But compared to what we have currently, she is significantly weak. She's significantly weak. I would say that she's still relevant. She still has relevant teams. She's been overshadowed by Yishuan. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. The people say that Jane was starting to fall off, or that Jane was like starting to show her age, but like Zhu Yuan is just like the most forgotten limited agent in my honest opinion. Anywho, Yeah, Yishuan fucking Zhuyuan sucks. I really don't like this character. Moving on, the better ether DPS Yishuan. I forgot exactly where I put her. Also, the placement of the agents do matter. So the top is the top, middle is the mid, and then the bottom is the bottom of that tier. So let me just consult my notes. Yes, okay. So Yishuan is in the middle of tier 0. This character is amazing. I don't care what people say when it comes to how complicated her kit is, or how like Miyabi is like simpler and easier to play, and how she does way more damage. This character's insane. This is the one character to utilize her dodge as an attack. Great burst and consistent damage. Very, very good usage of her moveset. She's a very good heavy hitter. Lot of things with this character, really. But the only thing that really sucks about her is the fact that there's no S rank rupture support at the moment, and she's kind of tied to having Pan with her if she wants to buff her sheer force, right? Also, she kind of just sucks with buffs or matchups, in my opinion. She's like Zuyuan, but without the garbage resource gain, and actually runs minimum cost clears. Yes, precisely. She's even more powerful with tech. That too. Oh my goodness. You learn the ball talisman alt tech. That character's amazing. Oh my gosh. Like Yishuan's beautiful. Like she's comfortably clearing content. You know? Like like without a doubt, this character is amazing. People that say that like, oh, she's tier 0.5 or she's tier 1 or whatnot, or like Miyabi outshines her, like, shut up, please. Sibao. Sibayu. Like this character's fine. People also saying she's too hard to play, so they bump her down. Okay. The only time where difficulty to play a character will be considered is if it fundamentally ruins how good the character is. I'll get into it later, but if the character requires pixel perfect gameplay in order for you to maximum clear with them or minimum clear with them, then that's when we consider difficulty a thing. But for now, we're just considering what the characters can do. All right, Haden, Soldier 11. We're gonna take a visit with our favorite cop. Haden was at the bottom of 1.5. As much as I hate to say it, this character is pretty weak. Like, she's still only around because Lighter and Astra exists, but what the character does as a whole is not enough. It's not enough to deal with certain bosses in this game anymore. The detriment of being a standard S rank unit also with the fact that your specialty is just timing your basic attacks and virtually nothing else. Yeah, Lighter is literally keeping her on life support right now. She's so bad at wave clearing. Don't get me started, dude. Oh my god. Playing Soldier 11 and like trying to clear waves is like one of the worst things ever, man. I hate I hate trying to do that with her. But yeah, the only good thing about Soldier 11 is that she's simple to learn, and that if you have Evelyn's W engine, she becomes slightly better, if not like somewhat usable, right? But other than that, it's like her disk drive options are terrible. Like if you put her on Infernal Metal, you are actively losing out on DPS, and it is very, very terrible. All right, next up. Yo, it just keeps getting better. Dog. She was originally at the bottom of tier 3, but we're just gonna put her at the bottom of tier 4. Holy fuck, man. This character is buns, dude. Like, she's a physical DPS that requires build-up in order to get her damage going. And she's also positioning dependent as well. You need to give the enemy back shots to make the most out of this fucking character. And her kit is so fucking dysfunctional, it hurts. Oh my god. I genuinely don't understand how people clear with this character, let alone play the character. Holy. Like, Jesus Christ, this character fucking sucks. Anywho, oh my god, finally guys, we're finally at a good character. Oh my goodness guys, I'm so excited. Oh my goodness, Evelyn. the woman you are. I love this lady so freaking much. So this character right here, Miss Evelyn Chevalier, right? This character is a Void Hunter level DPS unit, but for like the non-Void Hunter characters. This is the Miyabi of the normies. This character is fucking insane. Gay people can't call a woman cute anymore. Can we get a mother in the chat? Can we get a mother in the chat, please? I will not be mothering. All right, me trying to make sure I don't fit in over here. Get a load of this guy. But yeah, no, this character is amazing. Like, hello. I genuinely think that like she is a Void Hunter level character just before like non-Void Hunter characters. She does insane damage. She can overcap on crit rate if you're not careful enough. I don't see any characters having a problem with having too much crit rate. This is insane. Like, her builds, granted, like a big downside to her is that she has no dedicated disk drive set. But that just means that her build diversity is pretty flexible. Cough cough, like once 222 stops working, you just put her on hormone, but even then, you know? This character is amazing. Holy. Don't get copies of her though. I don't know why her fucking copies are like weirdly terrible, but like just get this character and get her engine and that's it. You don't really need copies of this character. If anything, you need copies of Astra if you want to help Eve out instead of copies of Eve. But I digress. All right, moving on. We got Billy over here. Billy Kid. So we're gonna see our first tier 2 here, ladies and gentlemen. This character, I want to love him. I do love him, but he is pretty bad. He's pretty bad. He's better than Nekomata though, but he is bad. The only reason why he is up this high is because we're considering best teams, right? Yeah, Billy, Nicole, Astra. That's like the best team. It's just quick assist slop, right? This character is very good with that, and Astra just like wheelchairs him through a lot of stuff, but it's still not enough. He's still sadly an A rank DPS unit, and the only good thing about him is that he's very cheap to get online. But other than that, 4-star DPS and no disk drive set. Also, he's very reliant on the state that he's in for him to deal the maximum amount of damage. You have to make sure that you're always in crouching state whenever you EX skill or fucking ult, you know? Moving on. The newest addition to the game, Alice, Miss Thinefield herself. I don't have this character, but I've seen her hit some crazy numbers. Character's great, very solid, not much else to say. She is someone that excels a lot with quick swapping. She's got very low energy cost, very cheap energy to get online, and then polarity assault, that's also very nice. The biggest downside of this character is that she needs her engine or she doesn't exist. If you don't have this character, you literally cannot play the game. It's so funny. It's like a 32% damage loss if you don't have her engine? I don't know. I think that this character like is fairly solid. Fairly solid. You get a Jane side grade if you don't pull Alice Sig. Yeah. But yeah, no, this character's great. She literally needs her weapon or else she'll like end it all, you know? Alright, next up. Main DPS Yanagi. Ooh. Getting a little scary here. Ooh, we're getting a little scary, right? Main DPS Yanagi. This character is very cracked when she's main DPSing. Simply because her best team is like the wheelchair team of all time. She, like, the fact that Yusuha and Vivian exist, even Vivian Astra, like, this character becomes insane with just Vivian on the team. Wheelchair out of 10, quite literally. She's only really here because Vivian and Yusuha and Astra are like insane. But obviously, hyper carry with polarity. Her disorder buff is absolutely incredible. And then Kagen stance is the like very simple to do, very simple to get online, pretty brain dead in my opinion. The only problem is that she's kind of matchup dependent against which boss that she needs to fight, and she's slightly energy hungry when she's doing hyper carry. We'll talk about Yanagi later as a sub DPS, but she's that's pretty much where she is right now. Anywho, oh my goodness, this character's been the talk of the town, guys. Soldier Zero, Anbi Damara, where are you? This character's not that bad. This character's fine. She functions. She works. She's good. She's perfectly fine. She's not terrible like people are saying that she is. She's not clunky like people that she's saying that she is, and she's not limited by teammates because her best in slot teammates are two of the most broken characters in the game. This character is perfectly fine. Granted, yes, there are obviously better options out there, but as an electric DPS, she is significantly solid for what she is. This character has two of the best teammates in her best in slot team. Her dodge is amazing. She has great burst damage, and she doesn't need to rely on the stun phase to deal good damage. Her problem is her field time can be really greedy. The problem with that is that if you don't give the field time to Sanbi, you're literally losing out on even more DPS. That is the big problem there. So her field time's perfectly fine, right? She was designed to be played on field while Trigger is doing this stuff off field. This character works. She's perfectly fine. She even has a dedicated disk drive set, you know? I think a lot of people complain because she doesn't have infinite iframes like Miyabi or Yixuan. I think that is true to an extent, but also, actually no, that's super true. Motherfuckers just wanna dodge infinitely. God forbid you have to actually like position yourself and play the game. You know, people start crying and whatnot. But the biggest problem with her is that she really wants her engine. She really needs aftershock teammates. And then it's sort of matchup dependent because electric characters don't really get good matchups against certain bosses because usually most characters are either ether or fire or whatnot, or physical too. So yeah, but this character works. This character's fine. Hugo Vlad. Hugo. I cannot wait to get this character. This character goes right here. I don't understand why people see a character that can literally manipulate the stun phase himself and have the quickest stun rotations in the game whilst dealing a fuck ton of burst damage. I think that's anywhere near nowhere else but fucking tier 0.5. This character is amazing. What? He makes on-field Lycan viable and I love him. He literally revived a standard banner character and turned him and gave him a new best team. Like, this character is amazing. The only big problem that I guess that he has is that the game keeps hoeing him with bosses to clear. That's literally it. Cause like Miasma kind of sucks because he has to interact with it. And then like just some bosses like Bringer is just like fucking terrible for him. But anywhere else, he's amazing. This character is like absolutely fucking crazy. He's flexible with most stunners. We'll get on that later. The best burst damage in the game, and then he just has like incredibly fast stun rotations and all that. His biggest problem is that without Lighter, he's all right. I mean, yeah, but again, this tier list is assuming the best teams possible for the characters, right? Does an M1 give him 2 total eyes? It's M2 that gives him double total eyes. And at M2, he becomes even more of a crazy character. He can give you sub-minute clears, sub-40-second clears. But yeah, this character is amazing. Next up, Ellen Joe. Show of hands, how many people fell for this trap? How many people pulled this character and how many people got copies? I won't judge you. Show of hands. Give me some hands emojis in the chat. How many people fell victim to Miss Joe over here? Hands down. This character's tier 1. If it wasn't the buff, she would have been like tier 2, maybe low tier 1.5, but this character is fine. She's in the same boat as Ambi, where like she can clear and she has 2 of the best teammates. This character's fine. She has Lighter, Astra, and then like I'm glad that she's gotten buffed. I'm glad that she's better than fucking Zhiyuan. Like, oh my goodness, that's amazing. What did I put down for her? Her skill, I believe it's like very, very cheap, if I recall correctly. Yeah, her skill's very cheap. Icy Blade does wonders for her. Yeah, Ice is also never a bad element to be as well. And then on top of that, she can pretty much use any W engine in the game. Like, you throw her on Hugo's W engine, oh my goodness. Like, it's actually life-changing. But pretty much, you could put her on Ricardo or any other free-to-play option. But yeah, biggest downsides, she's the first limited agent in the game. So age is going to be a thing here. And then no standard, like, dedicated disk drive set. That's really it. You kind of just want to put her on either Woodpecker and then, like, 2-piece buffer. But yeah, this character's fine. Definitely revived her and all that. All right. Dude, are we serious? Yo, get down here, bro. Yo, this character is so funny, bro. The only reason he's up so high is because of Astra. Because you can literally just like spam quick assist with him and that's it. Literally quick assist slot. He's terrible. Like, he's tied to the worst faction in the game, so his teams are limited. So what? He's cheap to get online. He's got quick assist spam, but he's an energy fucking garbage disposal. And then again, no dedicated disk drive set. So yeah. Oh, it's Nicole, Trigger, Astra? Oh, I completely forgot Trigger's a thing. Sorry. But yeah, Trigger, Astra, and it's just like, yeah, GG's. Moving on to peak cinema. I don't think we need to explain this one. I think we can all agree that this character is just the best character in the game. Yeah, moving on. This character right here is a fucking industry plant. I don't get it. This is like, I genuinely think that people that believe that this character is good are smoking something. Thankfully though, because of wheelchair support, she's only tier 1. And if it was up to me, she'd be tier 2. But because Vivian and Yuzuha have saved her ass, she's right here. And the reason why she's right here is because anything that this character does, Jane does literally better and more. You know, like the only saving grace is that she's Jane from Wish. She's an A-rank, so she's low investment. And then it's literally just Jane is better. So like use the character. Use Jane over her, you know? When I'm in a biased composition and my opponent is a Jane Doe fan, I'm being so dead ass though. Anywho, this character is like an anomaly. I don't understand how people still think that character is good. Anyways, moving on to the better character here. This character goes here. She's very good. Wheelchair support, but like also like she's just a fairly solid physical anomaly character. I think she's Sambui level. No, I wholeheartedly disagree. The reason why this character is up here is because her assaults are insanely fast. You can stay in passion state extremely long if you know how to manage it well. And then you can build this character on literally any anomaly engine and you can still profit off of it. Not to mention, if we're assuming the best team is Yuzuha, Vivian, this character does insane fucking damage with that team, right? The only downside to her is that her animations are extremely long, which means that proccing anomaly can sometimes fall behind and whatnot. And then Salchow jump, because Salchow jump is just the worst thing about the character. But even with all of the prerequisites aside, I think that this character is still amazing. Jane with Sig isn't Piper tier's half. That's another thing. You guys are saying that Jane Doe with her signature weapon is dealing 10% more than an A rank. An A rank character. That's crazy to me. That is absolutely insane to me. Did the music stop? Hang on. Like I get it. You guys, like, the free-to-play players are like trying to like do their best and make sure that this character like does as much content as possible. But like this is a limited S rank character with a mechanic where her assaults can fucking crit. Piper just extends the internal anomaly cooldown thing by like tenfold with her EX skill. And not to mention, we just got Alice, who can turn Jane into a monophysical like demon. Oh my goodness. The reason why Piper is not in the same tier as her is because she's a fucking A rank. Even with assuming the best teams possible, even if these characters still have the best fucking characters possible, this character outperforms her by miles. Like, I refuse to believe that, like, in a world where a character that's designed like Jane Doe's kit is only slightly better than fucking Piper. I just can't. I can't. Moving on. big tangent aside, Piper sucks. Please don't use her. Fucking Christ. Haramasa. Why do they design characters like this, man? Outside, the biggest problem with Haramasa is that he is, by far, the most difficult character to play in this video game. And again, chat, this is assuming that he's M1 and has the best possible teams. So this is what? Chingy Astra, or like Trigger Astra, Trigger Nicole, essentially, right? This is assuming that this character has the best possible options at all, right? This character is fairly solid for what he is, like at M0 and whatnot, if you are putting him on the best teams, simply because his damage is fucking insane. His damage is very, very good for what it is. And then, not to mention, he buffs his own crit stats too, right? And then also he's got like flexible teams. You could run him Disorder if you want. Granted, the Disorder Haramasa comps usually rely on M1, but like if we're just talking about base Haramasa here, he's fairly good. We are not going to say that Haru Premium is better than the Zhuyuan Premium. Absolutely. I will absolutely say that. Because again, Zhuyuan without M1, both of these characters without M1 suck. But Haramasa is just slightly better than Zhuyuan. It's precisely why he's at the bottom of tier 1, next to Zhuyuan up here. But yeah, no, this character is fairly solid for what he is. The only downside is that he's extremely difficult to play. And then he's also matchup dependent. And then also he doesn't have any like dedicated super specific distract to him. And running Shadow Harmony is like a big DPS lock. Mono Electric is probably the hardest team in the game. Ah, yes. Fucking, I'm over here talking about Disorder because he has the anomaly stuff. But yes, Shock Haru is what you want to run. It's mono Shock, so that way you can get more quivers on. I play the fucking team. I should know better. But yeah, no. Running Shadow Harmony on him is fucking terrible. Keep in mind, these characters are just like extremely close together to each other. He's not significantly better than Zhuyuan. It's just what he provides compared to Zhuyuan is just like miles better, in my opinion. Just enough to edge him over this. All right, moving on. Corrin. This character sucks. Yo, get this character out of here, man. What are we talking about? This character is like very bad. She's super reliant on her EX skill, but has like the worst uptime for it. Like, oh my god, dude. She's literally the worst burst DPS agent in the game. What do you mean the only source of her damage comes from her EX skill, but there's no like dedicated way for her to keep her energy up outside of like certain specific niche scenarios? Listen, I understand that like she's a very loved character and that she's got a lot of people that support her and whatnot, but this character, fundamentally speaking, even if you give her the best possible options, it's just bad, dude. She's just very bad. It's literally because she's just an EX skill heavy character, and not to mention like it's not really even a good EX skill to begin with. Like, sure, against bosses you're always gonna hit it, but like mob clearing, like unless you have like Nicole or something or some type of grouping, it's gonna be hell, because you're stuck in place for as long as you hold it down, and it just takes for fucking ever, man. No way she's worse than Anton. Anton is only higher than her because of Astra bullshit, because you've got Astra and Nicole makes that whole team a little bit better because of the debuff. Anywho, the last character for the DPS role, DPS Ben. You guys are not gonna like me for this, but he goes right here. And it's simply because Lighter is here. So the best DPS Ben team, if we're assuming like absolute best, Nicole Astra. But that's every like 4-star agent's like best DPS team. You bring Lighter Lucy to the mix, this character does insane damage. Above Corrin is insane. DPS Ben, I think, is genuinely better than just base Corrin. The bias is ringing heavy. I mean, did I not say that this is my personal tier list at the beginning? Of course bias is gonna play into a factor. People saying this is wrong got a worse time than Rakarut. By the way, absolutely. Go check out Rakarut's recent clear on this Shiyu, this Shiyu defense. And if you want to chalk it up to like, oh, M2 Lighter, sure. But like, I don't see Corrin getting sub-minute clears. But obvious downsides is that he's fucking Ben, energy heavy. He requires a crit engine, and then he also requires Lucy, which is a very, very inconsistent character, but we'll get on her later. And then there's no dedicated disk drive set for like a DPS tank character. But yeah, we are onto the sub-DPS class. So, first off, starting with sub-DPS Yanagi. Funny enough, she's actually in the exact same tier. Like, this character doesn't change. The biggest problem that Yanagi has with being a sub-DPS is that she gets a little energy hungry. And because of this, some people tend to try and run her on swing jazz, but that's actually bait. You want to keep her on the anomaly sets so that way you can get more out of your disorders. The problem is that it's, what is it? It's like medium cost, right? And then her energy regen isn't that good considering that you aren't on fielding with her a lot, right? So, don't get me wrong. I think that Yanagi is absolutely amazing, especially considering that she is the ideal character for Miyabi. It's a low cost skill. Even then, okay, it's low cost, but she's still very energy dependent. Very, very energy dependent. But obviously, she's got polarity. She's great for Miyabi. And on fielding with her, when you could be on fielding with Miyabi, is a little bit of a DPS loss. She can struggle to keep with disorders without an electric weakness. That too as well. What kind of a psycho runs Yanagi with swing jazz? More people than you know. More people than I'm willing to admit. Holy fuck, dude. Wonderful character. But I just think that, like, she doesn't have wheelchair potential, you know? All right, Sokaku. Sokaku is up next here. Y'all are gonna hate me for this, but it is literally assuming the best team possible. This character is amazing. I say sub DPS. Are we kidding? The only reason why she's up here is because she's with Miyabi. And, you know, Disorder Miyabi with Sokaku is insane. Absolutely insane. No way that this character isn't this high for Miyabi teams. The only downside is that she literally excels nowhere else. But the good thing about this tier list is that we're already assuming the best character teams. Anywho, moving on to Alice. We're gonna put her up over here. Same tier as Yanagi. Granted, I don't have this character and I don't know the full logistics of it, but from what I've heard and from what I've seen, this character struggles in mono physical comps. Let me check my notes here. Simply because she's more so reliant on her W engine here than anywhere else. And then obviously the anomaly cooldown. And then if you really, really want to make this character better for mono physical, then you pull copies for her. But assuming that this is M0W1, like, she's fairly solid here, right? Next one, no questions asked. Like, we all knew where this was going. we all knew where this was going. What's going on, Blaine? Arguably top 3 unit in the game. This character is insane. What? Like, I don't understand how people see this character and think that she's nowhere near anywhere else but tier 0. This character's crazy. Where's my queen Bernice? You're not gonna like the Bernice placement, bro. But thankfully, we have one other character to take the fall. Yo, this character sucks. What? This character's buns, dude. This character's fucking terrible. This character only exists to be a mono shock Harumasa fucking bot for my M1 Harumasa. She is terrible. Holy shit, dude. Somebody get the wheelchair for this character, bro. Put her lower. Put her lower is crazy. Yeah, no, she's got element and faction additional ability, and she's tied to the worst faction in the game. And she's the best character out of that fucking faction. Oh my goodness. This character sucks. But let me check my notes again here. Let's see. Free to play Yanagi, Shock Harumasa, and then Her cons is that her shock is tied to her EX skill. She has the worst fucking additional ability requirement in the game. And if you laugh, you go to Bellabog. That's literally what I put down for my notes. Anywho, next up, we've got our last character for the sub-DPS characters. Bernice. And she goes right here. Actually, no, she goes at the bottom of tier 1. This character, okay, a lot of people are gonna hate me for this, but this character is not as good as people are hyping her up to be. This character is fucking terrible. She's only still serviceable because she's an off-field anomaly agent, but this character sucks. What do you mean? Her skill specific, her passive specific resource is tied to her energy. What? What are we doing? What are we talking about here? Let me check my notes. The only thing going for this character is that she has a dedicated disk drive set and that she's an off-field anomaly with an insane buildup. But that's it. She's tier 1. Okay, let me at least stay true to what I put. She's tier 1. This is what I put originally, so we'll put her here. Can't tolerate the Bernice slander. This character is dog shit. I'm sorry. That's not even the worst part. Why does her heat bar go down even when the enemy is impossible to attack? Truth nuke. Also, guys, by the way, this tier list is my own personal opinion. My placements on these tier lists does not mean that any of these characters can't clear. Like, obligatory, you could still clear with anybody in the game. Comment. This is just what I think, how I think these characters rank from a personal standpoint. Next up, we've got stunners. Stunners, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move everybody over here. So, first off, while we're moving everybody, how are we doing, everybody? We doing all right? We're doing okay? Are you enjoying me slandering your favorite ZZZ character? If not, do you think you're gonna hurl some death threats my way? Let me know. Having fun? That's all that matters, guys. The only thing that matters is you guys having fun. That's all I care about. Can I hurl bricks instead? Nick, I'm gonna need you to calm down. Anywho, Trigger. Hello? Yeah, no, this character, I don't understand what it is with Zenless content creators and just Zenless players in general. Looking at these characters' kits and thinking they're bad at face value. This character is insane. The Aftershock stunner, quite literally the best at it, the only one to do it. Pretty universal, asterisks, but also fucking insane stunner. The only downside about this character is that she literally does not exist without her W engine. But again, considering that the tier list is assuming that every character is M0 and they have their W engine, this character is tier 0. All right, next up. Yo, if you laugh, you go to hell, bro. What? What is this character doing here, dude? Yo, put this character in the fucking bin, bro. That's Ben's oomph right there. Go lower. Okay, originally I put her in oh no, she's in the middle. She's in the middle here. Yeah. This is as low as she'll go, right? Her W engine is fairly solid. Why is she in sub-DPS? What the fuck? Ew, she's in sub-DPS. Yo, Coleta sub-DPS? Guys, Coleta sub-DPS. Oh my god. Why is she in sub-DPS? Oh my goodness. This character is buns. Not only is she the first and only character to have a parap attack, but it fucking sucks. And it requires you to run the worst character in the game. Holy shit, dude. Let me double check my notes here. For my notes for this character, I said that her pros is that she has the fastest stun time, the best standard W engine, her dodge counter is amazing, and she has a good chain attack buff. And I kid you not, what I put down for the cons is, if you laugh, you go to hell. That's literally the only good thing about this character is that she's the fastest stunner in the game. That is literally it. Like, actually, if you laugh, you go to hell. All right, moving on. Chingy. Where did I put you? So she's above Koleda. Right here. Almost like stunners are just supports since stun time isn't that valuable as debuffing or buffing them. Yes. This character is weird. I don't have this character, but from what I've seen and what I've played of the character, she's all right. Question mark. She actually takes surprisingly long to stun, if you think about it. She's good for burst rotations, and then she's got the stun damage multiplier. The only thing that sucks about her is that she's good for burst rotations, but she doesn't work with the fucking burst DPS. What do you mean this character doesn't work with Hugo? Hello? Are we serious? Oh man, I'm so excited to use my burst stunner with fucking Hugo Vlad. It's just like, oh no. It literally costs like huge significant DPS loss if you play with this character with him. She also doesn't stun as fast as she should for being super on field. Yeah, for the field time that you have with this character, she sure as hell takes her damn sweet time to stun. But yeah, no, she's an aging unit. She has slow animations. She doesn't provide enough for burst agents outside of like what the stun multiplier. And then because she takes so long to stun, it's a significant DPS loss. All that for you want to ditch her for Nicole Astra? Dog. Anyways, Polkar's in the same tier as her, but she's slightly higher than her. Polkar is amazing. Genuinely one of the best free-to-play characters we've gotten. I don't know about that one. Nah. Okay, assuming that A ranks are M6, W5, Polkar already needs M6 to exist. So assuming that she's M6, which is this tier list is doing, she's incredible. Not only is she the free-to-play version of Trigger, but she has very good synergy and extremely cheap investment. People don't want to admit Polkar is an actual good substitute in multiple teams? Absolutely. Oh my goodness. I didn't pull Fufu, and my Yishuan has been doing amazing with Polkar. I think she's quite good as a trigger substitute for Sanbi. That's precisely why she was created, to be a trigger substitute. But this character is fairly solid elsewhere. The only thing about Polkar that sucks, though, is that her rotations, or rather the way how you play the team, sucks. Because back assist is the worst thing that has ever fucking existed in this game. Oh my god. Why does back assist exist? And also, she's very assist point hungry. Because she needs to do the evasive assist, and then she needs to activate another assist point to get into the gate state. Yeah, it's specifically why you need to go Polkar, Pan, and then Yishuan. So that you on field with Yishuan, you evasive assist with Polkar, and then you quick assist with Pan, and then you EX skill with Pan, and then quick assist with Yishuan. It's a perfect rotation. Oh my goodness. But man, is it frustrating when it doesn't work sometimes. Anyways, this character's amazing. Hello? I don't think, like, he literally brought back Ellen from the dead, and Hugo's like fucking astonishing with him. This character is unreal. Oh my goodness. I can't wait to get his W engine, guys. But yeah, super versatile. He extends the stun duration, fire and ice buffer. He's sort of engine flexible, but the only thing that's sort of like is kind of a problem is like some rotations. If you can't do like your little quick assist out of Evelyn chain attack, it's kind of difficult. But you know, also sort of synergy locked. But again, assuming the best teams, which is like him with Astra and Evelyn, or like Ellen, etc., etc. Lighter's amazing. She's right here. She's good, but like y'all are hyping her up way too damn much. She essentially is just the trigger for Yishuan, and she's just an aftershock character. That's really it. Oh my god, Rumi, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm Fufu's #1 hater. I dare to say she's a worse stunner than Ambi and Polkar. What do we think about that, chat? 0.5 people glaze are way too much when Polkar exists. That's what I'm saying. The only reason why this character is higher than Polkar is because she's a limited agent and her engine is like kind of mandatory on her. Yeah, her days is fucking... I don't understand how you guys think a character that... A stunner character that specializes in stunning the enemy and dealing daze to the enemy with an attack percent main stat fucking signature W engine is on the same tier as these two characters. This character is only up here because of the buffs that she provides for Yishuan. And that's really it. But yeah, no, looks at notes. She's got a weird support-like playstyle. And then my friend told me to say this, but like her EX skill is supposedly dog shit. I wouldn't fucking know, but that was what my friend told me to put down on the notes. So yeah, that's pretty much it. She's good. She's good, but like, y'all need to stop hyping her up. She's not amazing. She's not fucking like the end all be all, absolutely fucking incredible support that she is. But yeah, moving on to the next character here. Yo, this character is buns, bro. A-rank Ambi's like sucks. Oh my god, bro. This character is crazy bad. Holy shit, dude. Ambi is a character that specializes in doing a combo where she gets more energy regen, or no, she gets more, excuse me, days from landing the combo, but because enemies move every 5 seconds, you're always dodge countering instead of doing her combo. The combo is basic attack to 3, and then you hold it down, and then you do EX skill immediately after to cancel into it, right? You can't do that all the time. Not to mention, her W engine fucking sucks. It does literally nothing for her outside of just being an impact stat pattern. It gives no other additional impact. That's it. Electric damage on Sig Zam? That's what I'm saying. Like, what are we doing, man? What are we absolutely doing? All right, and then this one's easy. Hugo made him very good. Hugo made him absolutely insane. It turned one of the weirdest basic attack stunners into one of the best on-field stunners in the game. This character is amazing. Oh my goodness. Even in like mono ice, Miyabi, like he's still fairly good. He just makes the rotations complicated. Lycan's good, but he's not very good either. He's still miles above Chingy though. That's for certain. He also takes a very, very considerable amount of, not considerable, he's very quick to stun. Very, very quick to stun. All right, with that being said, welcome to the most controversial part of the tier list. Oh my goodness, gamers. Bottles will be thrown at people, food will be flung, words will be hurled. Brace yourselves, everybody, for the finale of the tier list. We've got the support / tanks.
Hey.
Oh my god, Blaine, thank you so much for the 5. I want, what? 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 Wait. Whoa. What are we talking about? What are we talking about here? Anywho, starting off with the hottest character in Sunless on Zero, the voice crack. I'm never talking again, guys. Muted stream. This character is amazing. This character right here does not get enough credit that he is given for. And this is like bias aside, favorite character bias aside, I'm literally doing this as someone that is evaluating his kit and what he does. This character is amazing at what he does and how he does it. This character is only going to get better the more rupture agents that get added. And not to mention, his debuff is very, very good. You can have the debuff on for up to 80 seconds if you continuously reapply it. That's way better than most other like increased susceptibility to damage debuffs in the game, right? Yes, he is extremely niche until we get more rupture, but assuming the best team is Yixuan, Fufu, and Pan, or even Yixuan, Pan, and Astra, he's amazing. Yeah, his M6 changing the sheer force value from, what is it, 540 to 720? Hello? Are we serious? Great free-to-play option for Yixuan. Insane debuff. Sheer force buffing. The only downside is that he is extremely energy hungry. The people that run him on fucking Caesar's engine piss me off because he's not keeping up Meridian flow. Oh my goodness. I don't give a shit if you're stunning the character that fast. Meridian flow uptime is so important for Yixuan. It is so important if you are running this character with her. And you need to have it up at all times with her. Stunning with the character doesn't even fucking matter. At that point, just run fucking Caesar with Yishuan. Either way, character's amazing. It just sucks that he's a defense agent and not a support agent. Why is he even part of the defense class? Because he's fat. That's why. Anyways, moving on. Nicole. Oh my god. Guys, we love Nicole. We love a busybody 24-year-old. Panda, what kind of psych ward are you going to find people who use Yanagi with swing jazz and pan on Caesar's W engine? If I say who, and if I say where, I'm going to get chastised for it. But I just need you guys to believe me when I say that there are people that recommend me, and I see my viewers and my people in my community running this stuff because other people are telling them to do so. Even content creators that are doing this shit. Anywho, Nicole's amazing. Need I say more? Probably the unit with the most longevity in the game. You don't even need to get her additional ability online to get use out of her. And oh my god, if Pan's additional ability was swapped, he'd be right here. If Pan had the debuff tied to his passive and not Meridian Flow, he'd be right here. But because of that, he's right here. This character is absolutely fundamentally one of the best characters in the game. All right, Luciana, get down there, you racist piece of shit. This character is fine. Rolling eyes emoji. She's fine. Lucy, I think, might be the most overrated unit in the game. Yes, I genuinely think that this character is just like the most whatever generalistic buffing character ever. This character is also inconsistent. What do you mean her EX skill can miss? She's best in slot for DPS bend though, and she's still inconsistent. Oh my god. She's super reliant on M6. This tier list is assuming that every A rank is M6 though. So because of that, she's up here. If it was just M0 Lucy, I guarantee you this character would be like down here, and I'm being so dead ass. But because it's M6, she's up here. All right, moving on. I don't need to say anything else about this unit. This character is amazing, and I still think that she's incredibly boring. That's like, there's nothing else to add. This character though, yo, bro, what were they doing creating this character, man? What were they doing, man? They were deadass smoking straight up cock, making this character, bro. And it's crazy because that's what he eats too. Somehow worse on a support than DPS. He's literally better in a fucking different class, and it's only by one tier, but he's still better than that. Like what? Oh man, 16% crit rate, guys. Ooh, oh my god. How dare you put Benjamin in the pit? Listen, he has had 13 of my children. He's currently pregnant with the 14th. Pan too, right? But like fucking, dude, I don't want, like this character is just, it's so baffling to me how terrible he is. His W engine is selfish, and it's useless during the most important phase of the game. Oh my god, man. They genuinely were smoking straight up phallic items, making these characters, man. Anywho, Ukinami, she goes up here. So Ben is a bottom. Is that subliminal messaging for this entire tier list? I mean, dude, okay. Ben is a bottom. Is grass green? Is water wet? Like, what are we talking about here? Is Pan a top then? No, Pan's still the bottom. Okay, if it's detour here. If it's Pan and Ben, right? Both of them realistically are switches, right? But if it's both of them, Ben is sadly the top. Pan lets Ben top simply because he feels bad for him because he's tier 4. But if we're talking about each individually, they're both bottoms, and I'm both there, man. Guys, focus up. Guys, we have to focus up. We have to focus at the task at hand. Yusa is amazing. Check my notes. She's the wheelchair character. Like, she's literally owning a wheelchair service right now. Didn't Pan used to be a raider? Dude, Pan got fucked by those Hollow Raiders, bro. He was getting Eiffel Towered, bro. Oh my god. The only thing that sucks about her is that, like, sometimes she triggers the internal anomaly cooldown, and then we don't have a dedicated disk drive set for her yet. Keyword yet. But yeah. SKK. Where is she? As a support, she's fairly underwhelming. The only good thing about her is that, like, she gives a shit ton for ice DPS, but, like, she's still fairly underwhelming. Slow Kaku ready. Yeah, she's very slow. Very slow. But she's got a good W engine, and then she just like power buffs ice characters, and that's it. I thought we were including the best team possible. Yes, and even then, because again, sub-DPS Sokaku is different from support Sokaku. Because you are running Anomaly Sokaku as sub-DPS, whereas you are running a support disk drive set as a Sokaku. Yeah, so Sokaku is fundamentally a different character in Mono Ice Miyabi compared to our other teams. Yes, precisely. Anywho, moving on. If you laugh, you go to Victoria Housekeeping, bro. What is this character, man? Yo, dude. If Rina just had M1 effects at base, like, it'd be fine. But oh my god, man, this character sucks. Her evasive assist follow-up is super slow, and you can't do her EX skill during it because the little gooners are doing the evasive assist follow-up. She has no dedicated disk drive set. She has 1.0 faction synergy, but even then, if you're assuming the best team, it's like, what? Trigger Harumasa? The buff up time just kills her at M0. Yes, that as well. It is specifically because she's M0, she is down here. If she was M1, she'd go at the top of 1.5. All right. Now, for the most controversial character placements in this fucking tier list. Oh my goodness. Caesar King and Seth both go in the same tier. These characters are fucking dog shit, dude. Holy shit, dude. Oh my goodness. I genuinely don't think that there is a world where any DPS agent wants Caesar. Again, need I remind you that this character, this tier list is assuming the best possible teams. The problem with Caesar is that she has no best possible teams because she does quote unquote everything so that she can be fit everywhere, but no matter where she goes, she results in a DPS loss each and every time. She was created for a mode that is not considered endgame, that slightly gets updates, and people use her for comfort. Granted, again, this tier list is not about like what players use and whatnot. This is just what I think these characters are, how strong they are personally, right? This character is fucking buns. The only reason why she is up this high is because Protopunk plus her W engine plus her debuff. All of those things make for very solid and standard damage for the attackers. The problem being, Astra Yao exists. Fucking Nicole exists. Pan Yin Hu is a better physical defense agent than the limited physical defense agent. Like, oh my goodness. I genuinely don't understand why people keep putting Caesar in tier 0 because she's a limited S-rank agent. Not to mention, her copies are virtually, like, even if she got copies, what? Oh my god, I'm gonna spam assist points. Hello? And we all still pulled M6 Caesar? We're lying for fun now. It's the same reason you put the rat above Piper? Absolutely. But this character is just worse because, if I'm looking at M0, W1, and then I'm looking at best teams, this character doesn't belong anywhere. She's an outcast. She fits in with everybody simply by proxy, but she doesn't have a dedicated team. She has a dedicated disk drive set, perfectly fine. And like the debuff in her W engine make her a solid sub-stunner, right? Sub-stunner, yeah, right? But she just doesn't fucking go anywhere. And even then, the things that this character does is just what? 1k attack? 1k attack on the shield? Oh, hey, guess what? the buff goes away after the shield's gone. So it's completely disregards the purpose of a shield to begin with. So you may as well play perfectly to begin with, so that way you don't have to lose your fucking buff. 1k attack on the active party member. Dude, what is it with the tank class being so fucking selfish, bro? I'm losing it. I'm losing my mind, bro. The only non-selfish tank character is fucking Pan. And even then, he still only gives Meridian to one character. Granted, Yishuan only needs Meridian, but like, even then, the debuff is universal for everyone. Fucks over disordered teams and people who quick swaps. Not to mention, she doesn't have a defensive assist. Half of the defense class doesn't have, no, not defensive assist. Quick assist. She doesn't have a quick assist. Half of the defense class have quick assist, half of them don't. Dude, this character's fucking buns. She's terrible. Oh, and I'll get to you in a second, but I'm still not done. I'm literally contemplating all of the teams that have Astra as the slot and replacing Caesar with her. Eevee doesn't care. Zhu Yuan doesn't care. Sandby doesn't care. Ellen doesn't care. Jane gets fucked over. She's okay on higher tower floors for free to plays. That's specifically the only reason why she's up this high. It's because she's usable somewhere. But even then, it's like clearing content is better than player comfort. If you can clear comfortably with this character, comfort doesn't matter. Because again, I need to remind you, the 1k attack buff is tied to the shield and it goes away when the shield's depleted. So you're gonna have to play perfectly anyways. Even then, you don't get all the medals in the tower with her. That dude, oh my god, I could make another video about Caesar and I'll still get hate comments for being in the wrong about this. But this character sucks. This character's fucking terrible, plan. Please don't build her. And you, oh my fucking god, man. I have never seen a fucking big ass fan base for a character as mediocre as this. Holy shit, man. Holy fucking shit, dude. I really remember the day when some people said that, said Seth was as good as Nicole. Yeah, no. Some people actively think that this character is tier 0 simply because he has incredible interrupt. When interrupt doesn't necessarily matter in this game. What matters is just killing the enemy as quickly as possible. Let's see. Let me double check. Oh, would you look at that? Another defense agent with an incredibly selfish fucking playstyle. His buffs are worse than Gemini? Dude, holy shit. Okay, let's look. The shield buff only goes to one agent, and you can technically give it to 2 agents if you do it through a stun, but it's whatever. His W engine is very selfish as well because it's energy regen, but it's not for everybody. And the person who is shielded doesn't get the W engine effect. His fucking entire moveset is slow as shit. He is so fucking slow, and it literally, oh my goodness. Oh my fucking god. I can feel veins popping out of my head because of how much I'm talking about this character's, man. The worst additional ability requirement in the game being electric and faction. And nobody else in his faction but Jane wants him. What? What is he doing with Zhu Yuan? Be so fucking for real. What team is Trigger Zhu Yuan going to do with a Seth? Be so fucking for real. Yeah, no. He literally only exists to be like a Jane quick assist buffer. And then like, that's it. He's very bad. But Anomaly Qingyi, DPMO, don't piss me off. Only Jane wants him, so it's lore accurate? Yeah, that's fair. Seth has more value in Harumasa fan arts? Dog. The Ben sneak? Dude, my entire channel is the way how it is because of Ben Bigger. Like, don't act brand new. Do not act brand new, Custard. Delete Caesar? I'm being so deadass. Get rid of this character. What? Remove the tower mode as well. Like, just refund the entire fucking update. But Seth interrupts. You can stun lock enemies at the cost of your Shiyu times. Dog. Anywho, this is the tier list, guys. Oh shit, that's way too far. This is the tier list, guys. This is what we have for the tier list, guys. sorry, but Seth deserves better. He does. He fundamentally does, because I like the way how his fucking kit plays. It's so fucking clunky, man. Anyways, what do you guys think of my tier list? Do you guys agree with most of the spots? Jeez, that was chaotic, wasn't it? Shout out to the YouTube members as always. Support me on Coffee if you want to support me directly, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.